This week's number one in southwest London and just about everywhere else. Spandau Ballet. And it's true. Broadcasting 24 hours a day to southwest London. This is Radio Jackie on 227 metres, 1323 kilometres.
It's 12:33. This is Peter Rivers with news of this afternoon's local sport. Cricket matches being played this afternoon, that's weather permitting, include a Benson and Hedges Cup zonal round match between Surrey and Middlesex at the Kennington Oval. That's in London South East 11. Admission there is £2. Oval is the nearest tube station, and hopefully play will continue until 7:30 tonight. And also on the cricket front in the Surrey Championship, Morden Wanderers play Addiscombe, Guildford face the Old Whitgiftians, and Mitcham play Purley. All of those matches begin at 1:30 this afternoon. Turning to football, professional matches today include Arsenal versus Sunderland at 3 p.m, and West Ham United are at home to Notts County. In the second division, Crystal Palace play Derby County at Selhurst Park. Ticket prices there range from £2 to £5. Fulham are at home to Carlisle United at Craven Cottage, and Queen's Park Rangers also have a home game. Their opposition this afternoon is Wolverhampton Wanderers. And in the fourth division, Wimbledon play Blackpool at Plough Lane. The cheapest admission price for that game is £1.70. Amongst the amateur games taking place this afternoon is the match between Sutton United and Woking. That's at the Borough Sports Ground in Gander Green Lane in Sutton, and the kick-off is at 3 p.m. Incidentally, that game is the London Senior Cup final, so I'm sure both teams would appreciate as much support as possible. That's the match between Sutton and Woking at the Borough Sports Ground in Gander Green Lane in Sutton at 3 p.m. this afternoon. Radio Jackie Local News is 12:34.
And this week's number 8 in the South West London Top 20 from Toto. And that one called Rosanna. I'd like to thank the 35,000 people who just phoned in and said today is Saturday and not Sunday. Get it right in a minute. 8 minutes past 1. Welcome along to the JJ Show. And back we go to last year, one of Britain's top bands. This is Duran Duran and Save a Prayer.
Me. Rock me. You gotta take me, take you. You gotta take me, take you. Take me in the arms of rocky. You gotta take me, take you. You gotta take me, take you. Take me in the arms of rocky. Connection with the old George McRae record of Rock of the... I nearly said Rock the Boat then, but it's Rock Your Baby, you see. 15 minutes before 12 o'clock celebrations here at Jackie every Saturday night. Yeah, celebration there from Cool and the gang.
It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's
I'm really doing it tonight, Okay, we take a break and then we'll slow it down for the last 10 minutes.
Non-profit making organisations, for example social clubs, study centres and other voluntary or charity-run societies who require the public's assistance should contact Becky Wright, care of Radio Jackie, West Molesey in Surrey, for free publicity. That's Becky Wright, care of Radio Jackie, West Molesey in Surrey.
How would you like all your favourite video films delivered direct to your door? All it takes is a call to MacCan Video on 670 8122. For as little as £2.50 for 3 days, you can rent films like The Champ, Venom on Golden Pond, plus adult and children's films as well. All on VHS or Beta. There's no deposit needed and no membership fee. All you pay is the hire charge. So for the very best in home entertainment, phone MacCan Video now on 670 8122. The number's open on Sundays too, so phone MacCan Video on 670 8122 now.
Especially for Granny, because she loves this one. I played it a couple of weeks ago, and it's 3 coins in a fountain. From the Four Aces. Here you are, Gran. Come and sit here with me.
3 coins in the fountain, each one seeking happiness. One heart will wear a valentine. Make it mine, make it mine, make it mine.
Yes, what a wonderful oldie there. The Four Aces and 3 coins in a fountain.
Play it then. Play as time goes by.
Oh, I can't remember it myself. I'm a little rusty on it.
I'll hum it for you. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply.
Don't forget, if you'd like to write to me, the mailing address is, or me, Grant Newman, mailing address, Radio Jackie, West Molesey, in the county of Surrey. And you are tuned to Radio Jackie 24 hours a day to southwest London. On 227 metres in the medium wave band, that's 1323 kilohertz to southwest London.
Radio Jackie.
It's 12 midnight, this is Steve Allen. Opinion polls published in today's newspapers give widely differing predictions about the shape of the major parties in the run-up to a general election. A Harris poll in The Observer shows Labour just 8% behind the Conservatives. This support is the highest for Labour since the party slipped in popularity in the summer of 1981. But an NOP survey in the Mail on Sunday gives the Tories a 13% lead over Labour. The political future of Tony Benn looks uncertain following his failure to gain selection for the safe Labour seat of Bristol South. The party's chief whip, Michael Cox, was selected by 65 votes to 41. Although Mr Benn's shortlisted for 2 other Bristol seats, both are marginal. The selections are necessary following boundary changes. But Mr Benn says neither the selection process nor the next general election are about individuals.
This election and the selection conferences are not really about who has what job, but about whether the people of this country have a hope for the future or not. And I am genuinely frightened that if Mrs Thatcher were to be re-elected, which I don't believe she will be, we would see the fabric of our society destroyed or damaged so seriously as to make it very hard to recover. And compared to those issues, what happens to individuals, myself or anybody else, as a candidate, what happens to political people is of much less importance.
British and West German intelligence have uncovered Russian attempts to obtain secrets about the new Tornado jet fighter. The claim is made in the Sunday Telegraph, which says that an unnamed former West German NATO officer and his secretary have been questioned. The secrets concern the multi-role Tornado, which has been developed by Britain, Italy and West Germany, and will form a major part of Europe's air defences. The paper says the investigation centred on the Munich headquarters of the consortium building the aircraft, and inquiries went back 14 years to the start of the project. Whitehall sources say they're confident no secret British technology has been compromised. 27 striking divers staging a sit-in on a North Sea oil rig in defiance of a court order have been helped by an unexpected ally, the weather. Paul Craven reports.
The sheriff officers have now arrived back in Aberdeen after failing to reach the Chevron-operated Ninian Northern platform where the divers are staging their sit-in. The interim interdict was granted to Chevron yesterday by the Court of Session. It orders the men to leave the platform. But bad weather at Unst on the Shetlands stopped the men from completing the last leg of their journey. And under the law, the order cannot be served tomorrow. A spokesman for Chevron says the officers will try again on Monday. The divers are in dispute over pay and demanding recognition of their union, the Professional Divers Association. 17 riggers and 6 welders have joined the industrial action on the platform, and according to the PDA, another 100 divers are about to join in. Other unions have already said they'll give the divers full backing. Paul Craven, IRN, Aberdeen.
2 of the editors involved in publishing the forged Hitler diaries in the German magazine Stern have resigned. The move appears to be an effort to appease indignant West Germans who suspected that neo-Nazis or the East Germans were behind the hoax. Independent Radio News, it's 3 minutes past 12.
Radio Jackie, the sound of Southwest London. Radio Jackie, the sound of Southwest London.
And the weather, most of tonight will be dry and rather cloudy, and sunny intervals, scattered showers, some of which will be heavy for the rest of the day. Temperatures reaching 16 degrees centigrade. Thanks very much to Grant Newman for the last 3 hours.
Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Dance to the song they're playing on the radio. While color lights up your face. Sway through the crowd to an empty space. If you say run, I'll run with you. If you say hide, we'll hide. Because my love for you would break my heart in two. If you should fall into my arms, tremble like a flower. Feel your grace should fall. For fear tonight is all. You could look into my eyes. Under the moonlight, the serious moonlight. And if you say run, I'll run with you.
terribly well this morning, must confess. Or what? I had tandoori chicken last night. I mean, all the brown fingers and all that. Coupled with the fact that I had French onion salad, and I'll tell you what, it doesn't agree with you first thing in the morning. Anyway, today's going to have sunny intervals, scattered showers, some heavy, and moderate winds. Maximum temperature 16 degrees centigrade. Good morning. Definitely past its best at the moment. That's Sunfire, young, free and single, which I am for a few more weeks, but I won't go into that because the missus is probably listening. 7 minutes after 9. And a look at the horoscopes as we do every time this Sunday morning and Saturday morning. Today's Sunday, by the way, just in case you hadn't figured it out. Good morning, Taurus. Keeping a cool head for you today may be less than easy, and you'll be confused by other people's motives. And good morning, Gemini. Don't waste too much time trying to work out what a friend really means. Avoid agreements with glamorous types, oh right dear, and watch the gossip. So stay away from loose women, all right? Unless you are a loose woman, Gemini, in which case, stay away from loose men, all right? Radio Jackie, Sunday morning, 8 minutes past 9. Jimmy King here till 11. And we're repeating that cinema competition in a little while. So perk your ear rolls up. This is Human League.
Oh, fine stuff from Supertramp. Give a little bit. 14 to 12 with Jeff Rogers. And the Kingston Vale Amateur Operatic and Dramatic Society present the musical Chicago at the Surbiton Assembly Rooms on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday, the 11th, 12th, 13th and 14th of May. That's next week. Starts at 7:30pm, and if you want tickets, then ring Ron Goodchild on 546-7063. That's 546-7063.
Having problems hiring tapes for the V2000 format? Try Bishop's Video Club, adjacent to St Helier Station. Ring 789-2471 for the widest selection of 2000 format video films in Surrey at competitive rates. Bishop's Video is open Monday to Friday from 1 to 6:30. Bishop's Video also have Philips TV game cartridges available for rent. Ring Bishop's Video now on 789-2471. That's 789-2471.
Radio Jackie, the sound of Southwest London. Radio Jackie, the sound of Southwest London.
And 11 minutes of the weekend to go. We aim to go out, well, not noisily, but quietly, and get you ready for Monday morning and all that involves. This is Al Stewart and the title track from the album The Year of the Cat. Toto and Rosanna. A station in the South West London chart, but dropping right down the nationals at the moment. Well, it's 1 minute to 12 midnight, and for the past 3 hours you've been listening to myself, Jeff Rogers, here on Radio Jackie. If you'd like to write to me for a request of dedication next week on the programme between 9 and midnight, or indeed suggest a featured band or album, or even artist from my Tuesday and Thursday programmes between 12 and 3, then don't hesitate to do so. The name's Jeff Rogers, the address, Radio Jackie, West Molesey in Surrey. That's Jeff Rogers, Radio Jackie, West Molesey in Surrey. Well, Phil Kennedy's arrived, so I'll leave you in his capable hands for the next 6 hours. And I'll see you again on Tuesday. Till then, good night. Broadcasting 24 hours a day to South West London, this is Radio Jackie on 227 metres, 1323 kilohertz.
Radio Jackie News.
It's 12 midnight, this is Steve Allen. Mrs Thatcher is back at number 10 Downing Street after a marathon meeting at Chequers with her closest advisers. But as Terry Dignan reports, no firm indication has emerged of when she's decided to call the general election.
The meeting started at midday, but it didn't finally end until nearly 10 o'clock. Senior ministers are refusing to say what the outcome was, and although Mrs Thatcher has been subjected to a barrage of advice, it's being stressed that the ultimate decision as to when to call an election will be hers and hers alone. Many ministers believe she must go for June because the government's standing in the opinion polls remains high. Labour MPs say the Chequers meeting was only held to help Mrs Thatcher find an excuse to cut and run before the economy takes a nosedive.
A London Underground train driver has become this year's mastermind of Great Britain. 36-year-old Chris Hughes beat a string of professional people and academics to take the title in last night's final of the television competition. His special subjects were steam trains and the Flashman novels. But unlike a famous predecessor, former taxi driver Fred Housego, the new mastermind says he has no intention of giving up his steady job to become a chat show star.
Well, it hasn't hit me yet exactly what it is that I've done. You'll probably wake up to it about the middle of next week, I think. I don't feel any different. I'm still going to carry on being a tube train driver for the foreseeable future. And, well, just something I've got to live with, pro tem.
And living with fame, what's that like?
Like living with toothache, you get used to it.
Independent Radio News, it's 3 minutes past 12.
227 Radio Jackie, the sound of South West London. 227 Radio Jackie, the sound of South West London.
Thanks very much, and my thanks to Jeff Rogers. What a smashing show indeed. A quick look at the weather. Mostly dry with clear intervals overnight, but rain's going to come along in the morning. Brighter, showery in the afternoon, and the top temperature at the moment, the temperature at the moment is 8 degrees centigrade. The expected high for the rest of the day, Monday, the 9th of May, is going to be 15 degrees centigrade.